Test your understanding 3. Dynamic. On January 1, Dynamic entered into a 2-year lease for a lorry. So it's a 2-year lease. The contract contains an option to extend the lease term for a further year. Dynamic believes that it is reasonably certain to exercise this option. Lorries have a useful economic life of 10 years. So here the contract, or you can say lease period, is 2 years, plus there is an option to extend it for further 1 year, and it is reasonably certain this will be exercised. This is what we studied for lease term, isn't it? The period covered by the contract, plus if there is an option to extend and it is reasonably certain, lessee will be exercising this. So we will be taking totally lease term is 3 years. Okay, lease payments are $10,000 per year for the initial term and $15,000 for the option period. So option period is 3rd year. So 3rd year it is 15,000. And Dynamic incurs initial direct cost of 3,000. The lessor immediately reimburses 1,000 of these costs. Okay, out of 3,000 they got back 1,000. Interest rate with the lease is not readily determinable. Dynamic's incremental borrowing rate is 5%. Calculate the initial carrying amount of the lease liability and the right of use asset and provide the double entries needed to record these amounts in Dynamic's financial records. Okay, so first of all they are asking for the initial recognition of liability. So liability 10,000 per year for the initial term. Initial term is 2 years. So year 1, year 2, $10,000. And 3rd year is 15,000. Where is it given? Initial term and 15,000 for the option period. Option period is 15,000. Okay. So you'll take all these costs and find present value using a discount rate of 5% for the liability. And asset will be whatever amount we calculated for liability plus any payments made at the commencement of the contract. There is no such information. They haven't made any payment at the inception of the contract. Okay, so leave that. Next one, we have to add if there are any direct costs incurred by the lessee for arranging the lease contract. Here they are telling Dynamic incurs 3,000, but out of that he got back 1,000. So only 2,000 is the cost incurred by the lessee. Direct cost incurred by the lessee. So that should be added to the asset. Yeah, now we'll do the workings for this. See, overall lease term is 3 years. That is first 2 years plus 1 year. 1 year is a period to extend the lease contract. Option to extend the lease contract is 1. Over these 3 years, lessee has agreed to pay in the first year $10,000, second year 10,000, and in the option or extension 3rd year, that is 3rd year, he agrees to pay 15,000. We have to find present value of this at implicit interest rate or incremental borrowing rate. That comes to, that is given as 5%. So discounting factor 1 into 1.05 to the power 1, 1.05 to the power 2 to the power 3. Okay, we'll calculate the amounts. One by 1.05 into 10,000. 9524. Okay, next one divided by again to the power 2. 1.05 to the power 2 is 9070. Third one is 15,000 divided by 1.05 to the power 3 is 12,958. $31,552. Okay. 31,552 is the present value of all the amounts that the lessee had agreed to pay. So this is lease liability. And next one is how much is for the right of use asset. So for right of use asset, we have already seen whatever amount we have calculated for the liability. So how much is that? 31,552 plus if there any payment made at the commencement of the lease contract. There is no such information. So now we have to add the direct cost incurred by the lessee for arranging the lease. That is given as 3,000. Of that 1,000 he got it from lessor. So only 2,000 he incurred. So lease asset will be 33,552 and lease liability will be 31,552. So lessee will be recognizing lease asset, which we call it as right of use asset. This is in SFP immediately after the lease contract. $33,552. And under non-current liability you will be taking lease liability 31,552. Actually liability should be split into current liability and non-current liability. So we will do this at the year end. How much is non-current lease liability and current liability for lease? Okay, yeah, this is initial recognition. Okay, that is a question we were asked to do. They asked us to show the journal entry for this. So journal entry will be debit the asset, right of use asset, how much? 33,552, credit lease liability 31,552 and they paid cash 2,000 for the expenses. Okay, this is the journal entry on initial recognition. Next one, we will see subsequent recognition for the same question. Next one, for subsequent recognition, first we will see how to calculate the depreciation. See, depreciation, in case the legal title or ownership of the asset will pass on to the lessee at the end of the lease term, then we have to calculate depreciation based on the asset's useful life. Okay, if ownership or legal title will pass on to the lessee at the end of the lease period, then depreciation is based on the remaining useful life of the asset. If not, then the depreciation should be charged based on lower of asset's useful life or lease term. Whichever is lower, that should be taken for calculating the depreciation. Okay. Yeah, now see this test your understanding 4. This question follows on from the previous test your understanding. Explain the subsequent treatment of Dynamics lease in the year ending December 1. I think they entered the lease contract on January 1. So end of the period, that is subsequent accounting treatment. We will do that. See, first I'll do for subsequent recognition, I will calculate the depreciation. In the question, there is no information on whether the ownership of the asset pass on to the lessee or not. So we will take lease term or useful life, whichever is lower. Okay, lease term is 3 years. Useful life of the asset is given as 10 years. We should take the lower one. So I will take 3 years for depreciation. So depreciation is based on the asset's value, that is 33,552. Isn't it? Yeah, 33,552 divided by 3 years. So depreciation we have to charge every year will come to 33,552 by 3, 11,184. Depreciation. Okay, next one, to calculate the interest on lease liability, we'll work it out. So first you take the opening balance of the lease liability on January 1. That was 31,552. Then interest at 5% and whatever payment lessee will make, and then closing balance. So we have to calculate interest 5% on the opening balance liability, 31,552 into 5% will be 1,578. It is given that lessee will be making payment at the end of every year. So first year he will pay 10,000. Okay, this 10,000 includes this interest payment 1,578 and the remaining is towards lease liability. 10,000 minus 1,578, 8,422. This is for the lease liability. Okay, yeah, what is the balance? 31,552. From that they paid out 8,422. So remaining amount is 23,130. This is on 31st December 2001. But this 23,130 we have to split it into current and non-current liability. So we'll do for one more year. So whatever payable within next 12 months will be a current liability. So this is beginning of 2002. The liability amount is 23,130. 5% interest. 1,157 and payment again the lessee will be making 10,000. 1,157 is for interest, remaining is for the lease liability, that is 8,843. So closing balance is 23,130 minus 8,843 because he paid that liability, lease liability. So remaining is 14,287. We were asked to do only for 31st December 2000. I'll also do one more year and just complete the table because overall lease term is only 3 years. This is 1103, 14,287 into 5% will be 714. Payment is again 10,000. 714 is for interest. Remaining amount comes to third year payment is not 10,000, it is 15,000. Third year lessee will be paying 15,000. So of 15,000 minus 714, it comes to 14,286. I'll round it off 287 and I'll change the interest to 713. 713, here also I'll take the interest 713. Okay, so now finally it is 0. Okay, so now we have to show always the lease liability as current and non-current. See, year end totally the amount due is 23,130. Whatever payable within 1 year is current. So this is current for the year ending December 2000. And that is whatever amount that is payable more than 12 months is non-current. So I'll write this here. First one in SFP. This is an extract. 31st December 2000. Okay, first I'll finish the asset. Under non-current asset, we will be having right of use asset, which is 33,552 minus accumulated depreciation is 11,184 for the first year. Okay, next one, liability. Under non-current liability, there is lease liability also under current liability. Yeah. See how much is this? 23,130 is the total amount. Of this 23,130, this 8,843 is current liability and the balance is non-current liability. Okay, whatever payable within 1 year is current. So this is 8,843. 23,130 minus 8,843, 14,287 is non-current. Same way for second year, that is 31st December. I think I'm taking the dates wrong here. This is 2001 and this is 2002. Okay, right of use asset is 33,552. Now 2 years depreciation into 2, 22,368. Okay, balance. Here this is 11,184. Yeah, second year lease liabilities here 14,287. This is the total amount of this total 14,287. Entire amount is payable within 1 year. So second year when I write, there is no non-current liability, there is only current liability of 14,287. This is payable within 1 year. Okay, the full amount is paid within 1 year. So third year everything is settled, no lease liability. This is in SFP. Non-current asset, right of use asset minus depreciation, and then lease liability. You have to split it into current and non-current. Next one, SOPL, 31st December 2001, 2002 and 2003. Two expenses will come. One is finance cost, next one is depreciation. Finance cost for the first year is 1578. Second year is 1157. Third year 713. And depreciation is the same amount every year. 11,184, 11,184. That's all. Subsequent treatment in the books of lessee. Okay. So every year SOPL will have finance cost and depreciation, and SFP lease asset and the lease liability will be shown. Lease liability will be getting reduced by the amount of payment made by the lessee every year, and asset will be depreciated and the balance will be shown. Okay, we'll do the next sum. They are showing the journal entries here in the textbook. See, for example, for the finance cost, debit the cost and it's getting added to the liability. I think we have calculated for the first year finance cost is 1,578. So this will be debited to finance cost and added to the liability. Then they are making payment 10,000. When they make payment 10,000, the overall liability will be reduced by 10,000 because we added the finance cost to the liability. Credit cash. Okay. Yeah. Next one, right of use asset. Depreciation will be charged. We have seen this. Okay.